is case number 6. So let's start by looking at that's the stomach, and here we see the heart. So the first feature is that the striking feature is that the point, the apex of the heart and the stomach are on opposite side. I see only one chamber with an AV valve opening. And if I look at the shape of the atria, it's quite peculiar. That it looks as if there is not a clear interatrial septum. And I see very clearly that the shape of the appendages is similar, and it's a rather broad-based and with a blunt end. Well, now I go to the outflow, and we see here a big vessel coming out. And well, the other vessel I didn't have time to show you, but it was extremely small. So definitely abnormal, I would say. And based on the fact that there was a dextrocardia and that there was a complex heart anomaly, and the two appendages of the atria were similar, I would say that this is a isomerism, and I would say that is a right isomerism. We know that isomerism are very complex heart anomalies. In the right isomerism, the inferior vena cava should be present and on the same side as the aorta. And there are other very, very complex anomalies associated, and these anomalies can be total anomalous pulmonary venous return of the extracardiac type, which in this case we couldn't see. And we know that double outlet right ventricle, which was what we saw here, because we saw that the two vessels were side by side, a bigger and a smaller one, is very, very common in about 80% of the cases. So this was a right isomerism. You got it right, that it was a abnormal case. And but the diagnosis, and I must say it was quite challenging, because indeed we saw only one ventricle, and so you thought, the majority of you, that it was a hypoplastic left heart syndrome. But in this case, really the leading let's say stigmata were the fact that there was dextrocardia, and that the stomach was on the left side, and the very peculiar shape of the atria in association with a major heart anomaly.
I mean, the pattern recognition, which is obviously something common we rely on, we use in an ultrasound, but and therefore I think that's what that's why I think they chose hypoplastic left heart. It's like seeing one ventricle, but I guess this case really emphasized that you need to have a systematic approach and always follow the protocol, starting from the abdomen, looking at the situs, looking where the stomach, orientate yourself. Where is the baby's left? Where is the baby's right? And then I think the clue, the fact that the stomach was not on the same side of the apex of the heart, I think that would give you a clue, I think. But I think that probably explains why they had this answer as only 14% have got ISUOG. So easy, I think.
That isomerism is one of the most difficult diagnoses that there is, and what I said, probably the shape of the atria and the dextrocardia were really the leading elements, and then in combination also with the with the double outlet right ventricle. So let's move ahead with the
Professor Katia, can we say situs ambiguous is a term can we use? This was
dextrocardia with the stomach on the left. Yes.